Not funny. It's not funny. Therese, let me tell you a little story on life. Kind of has a lot to do with today's times, as well as other stressful or times that are, well, I don't know how to describe them, but it's a good little story. Hang on, I'll finish it up here in a minute. So, as we're stretching and getting ready for bed, I'll tell you this little story on life. It's come to me more than once in the last year or two, but harken back to high school days. There was more than one advantage of living right across the street, and I do mean right across the street from Bettsville High School. We could trip on our way to school and end up sitting in the classroom as soon as we caught our balance. I mean, it was that close. But anyway, one of the last 2 years, my junior or senior year at Bettsville High, would have been way back in 1973, 74. One of those 2 years, gym class was our next to last class of the day. I remember it well, except, like I say, it's either junior or senior high school. But anyhow, here's another advantage of living right across the street. A lot of times we went outside for gym class, of course not in the winter, but in the fall and in the spring. And a lot of times we play things like dodgeball. And, most, or I should say at least a lot of people, dodgeball, oh, I want to stay in the game, I want to stay in the game. I was just the opposite. Hit me, I'd run around like a crazy fool. Come on, bring it on, hit me, bring it in, bring it in. And there was a reason for that. Because if I didn't get hit, well, then I'd, make it down to the wire and maybe even win if I was lucky. But if I did get hit, and the times that I did get hit early, acting a fool, running around, all that stuff, hit me, I'd go in, jump in the shower, and get my things around. In fact, I'd take my books to gym class that I needed to take home because by the time gym class was over, I could sneak home instead of going back to the last class of the day, which was study hall. I could just trip across the street and go home. And if I got out of the game early, and if we happened to be playing inside in the gymnasium, I could go to the locker room, grab my books, and then go home and get home even earlier. I got a whole jump, an hour almost, 45 minutes or an hour jump on everybody else. I'm out of here. That's the way I kind of look at life. You got to dive into things and blaze a trail and go after it. And if you go out early, you're going home early. You get out of the game earlier than everybody else. That's a plus. And I know that we'll all realize that when we do get to that home, if you follow what I'm saying. So I went out there acting a fool, being myself, and if I went home early, I went home early. So go out and blaze that trail. Don't be shuddering, don't hit me, I got to stay in the game. That isn't for me, and it shouldn't be for you. There you go. Play some volleyball.